Hello.
YOLO.
Are we on? You on?
We're on.
We are on.
I don't know if you have to push that little button over there, but
I believe we're on.
sounds like we're on.
I'm on. You on, Jed?
I'm on like Donkey Kong or like the love sock from the earlier segment.
I don't want to talk about love sock at all anymore.
Welcome to 801 and done.
And we apologize that we missed April Fool's. That was our April Fool's joke.
Our April
on everybody
Fool's
who
joke
didn't
was
show
just
up.
to not do anything. And,
Yeah.
have everybody. But see, to be a joke, we would have had to like advertise it and say, "Yeah, tune in."
That was the joke. We're kind of like a Kaufman here. Like we do things.
We are the joke. We are a perpetual.
That's very true.
April Fool's
That's very
joke.
true, Jed. I'm trying to get my bearings. It feels like it's been a minute.
Yeah, it
since
feels
we've
like it's
there.
been like a year since we've been into this little studio here.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've got Michelle Moonshine and Jim Bone on today.
Yes, we do. They just came in. They're getting comfy. We'll introduce and say hello. Pretty
Oh, they're-
excited.
they're there.
Great show.
Hello.
Yeah, there.
Hello.
Which you can
Hello.
check out our live stream on 801 and Done YouTube. Search for us on there, and you can see a little video of our guests,
Yes, you can do that.
or just no video at all, depending on how I feel.
Yeah, I'm letting my Celsius kick in first, and then. But anyway, we've got an awesome show. We have Jimbo and Michelle Moonshine.
So we'll go through some of their tunes. I think Jim Bone's got a new album coming out here. Pretty soon.
Which everybody's pretty excited about. And the show, we'll talk about that, and let's get everybody comfortable. Just wanted to say hi. Me and Jed are
And
back.
welcome to the show, and we're still live. The April Fool's joke wasn't that we just like flew to Antarctica and decided to start a commune on the frozen.
Man, you're going deep. You're going deep.
No, I stand on the surface of the ice.
And-
if you go
and
deep, you're gonna
we
freeze to
will-
death.
We'll also talk about tonight's show a little later. But let's get comfy. I'm going to play some more music. This is Kudo, and then we'll all get settled in, and we'll start talking to Jim and Michelle.
All right, Utah Music Radio.
Hey. That's the part I like.
Usually
They
the
came
cool thing
in
about
a
radio is that
spaceship
they
of
can't
some
see my
sort.
face.
Whatever those people told you they saw last night.
The flying
those people told you they saw last night?
The flying
They came in a spaceship or something. Whatever those people told you they saw last night.
The flying saucer. The flying
Is that much, does it?
Mine has a lot. If you, well,
And we're back. Wow, that is loud. You guys,
Little bit.
you hear me?
I hear you.
Well, I would like to welcome Jim Bone and Michelle Moonshine. Welcome. Thank you for being on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to turn the volume down.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay, I'm back. We're professional here, man.
We have to juggle.
So we
here
got
on
a new
One and Done.
computer here, and I'm struggling with it because change scares me. You
Mhm.
know. But let's start with hello, Jim Bone again.
Hi,
Welcome.
Ryan.
Hi, it's good to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm a little discombobulated today, but I'm doing well.
I like that word, discombobulated.
I do too. I use it a lot. It's in my Rolodex of
Of numbers he calls.
a big, yeah. Well, let's start with you, Jim. You've been around for a while. I think
You've been around for a while.
I remember seeing you around when I was in the Dirty Birds. Weren't you in a Purdy Mouth at around that time?
Yeah, and that was halfway through my career, I think. That was the peak years, I guess, so to speak. Yeah.
That's when I peaked too.
Or at least we were doing a lot of peaking.
So what were you doing before? What were you doing before?
I was
before
peaking.
You were peaking. And then from Purdy Mouth, what were you doing before Purdy Mouth?
Well, I was I was in a band called the Jack Mormons.
Yes,
with Jerry
Jack
Joseph.
Mormons. was
and,
gonna ask you.
and before that, I was in a band called Little Women with Jerry Joseph, and we toured a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just piled into a van and
250 dates a year,
wow, those days.
20 years.
You ever think about touring again? Hell no.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's true.
Touring like that again, the old punk rock days
Yeah,
touring.
yeah. Those,
Because that's where I cut my teeth, so to speak.
Same.
Was back in the day in the punk rock days, and I just won't sleep on somebody else's couch again. That's for sure.
Yeah, we were lucky to get on a couch. Slept on many hard floors.
He slept on my futon recently, and that was
No, that was your cot. That thing.
Oh yeah,
is-
not futon.
That
Cot.
thing is the most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There was no sleeping. It was-
That's meant for.
And then I woke up with your roommate standing above me. Well, hey, what do you think about this song, man? Air guitar.
Except he wasn't playing anything.
No, he was air guitar. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm so out of it right now. So Jed, help me out.
Help you out. Well, so let's talk about what you got going on right now. You're coming out with a new album coming up in about a week or so, right?
Yeah, and it's
a
pretty
big deal.
exciting. So we were just talking about J.R. Rupel, who
Yeah.
started Slug Magazine, and J.R. did all sorts of stuff back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to get the Salt Lake City music scene on the map, and one of being he started Slug Magazine, and did all sorts of compilations. I mean, we did all the things, right, that every scene needs, and it was a cool scene back then.
It was very cool.
We were all homies, and we were all friends, and we showed up to all the shows, and
All hung out at Raunch Records.
all hung out at Raunch Records, and gave flipped Brad shit, and he
Oh, man.
flipped it right back. But it's not, my first punk rock band is the only band ever to be on Raunch Records.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Burial Benefits. Yeah,
Huh.
the only band to ever be on. But that's how far I go back. So
What was the other label that Brad started? Didn't he start another label? Oh.
Raunch Records, that was it.
Hmm.
Yeah, might have been some hip hop thing because he bailed out on punk rock from it.
Oh, yeah.
I probably shouldn't be saying this live on air.
Which Brad? Barker or Collins?
Well, Brad Barker would have been a punk rocker.
That was my very first record I bought was Victims Willing and The Stench.
Ain't a better record. So this dates me, the first record I bought,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I was like 5 years old. My mom took me to buy the record at Stax Music. Believe it or not, I went to Stax Music. I went to Stax Music, and I was excited. I had saved up my money, and I went out and bought my very, very first 45 ever.
What was it?
It was the Jackson 5 ABC.
Nice.
I think I
My
have
first
that one.
record was Duran Duran.
Of course it was.
Of course.
Which
Mine was Snoop Dogg.
Which
her name
one?
is Rio.
Yeah, well, Girls on Film. That was
Nice.
the-
Nice.
I can't. What was that one called? I can't remember.
Girls on Film.
That was the. Oh yeah, I said it. And also, Michelle, you said that you don't do interviews without your
Without my
right hand.
Michelle.
Yeah.
With that. Well, I just haven't done it in so long that of course Michelle's here for emotional support. Really.
I'm the more
So-
emotional support animal over here.
Well, she's also a fine, well-rounded musician too. So
I think that's why Michelle's here.
A service musician.
This record, City
This
by
record.
City by Dead Lake, it's about the current music scene in Salt Lake City, and so Michelle Moonshine's on it,
yeah.
and Claudia Racine's on it. And if you don't know who she is, that's she calls herself Pixie.
Oh, I know Pixie. Yeah.
She's trying to get away from the name Pixie, but
Why is that?
because she's Katia. She's, who else on it? Morgan Snow, Sarah DeGraw. Sarah DeGraw kicked off
Yeah.
the whole project. Michelle and I were just talking before we went on air, and we were talking about Sarah DeGraw. It was like, all things cool are started by Sarah DeGraw.
That's the name you constantly hear.
That-
I think we have some here.
And J-Rod.
Yeah, she's so cool, and Aiden's great, and he's on the record as well. J Rad Cooley's on it. And anything that J Rad touches right now is golden.
And Mel.
MVP is so good.
Yeah.
It's like he's found his thing, and I was actually talking to Sarah, and I was like, the influence that you have on artists around you is it's magical. And and Sarah's like, oh, Jim Bone, stop, trying to do the humility thing, but really it's magical.
Yeah, I've been more influenced by local bands and local musicians than I have anybody else.
Salt Lake City's got a really, really cool music scene, and so that's part of what this record is. And actually, originally, City by Dead Lake, I had to call JR. I'm like, JR, can I? We were in a band he was in the Jack Mormons forever, so I was like, dude, can I use the names? Like, fuck yeah, dude. And fucking go ahead, do what you want. And because Salt Lake City had a really cool music scene, and so back to all the cool people that are on it.
Mel.
Morgan Snow's on it. Mike Sassage is on it, who makes everybody's records in town.
Oh yeah.
Mel Soul.
Mel Soul. Oh my God, Mel does a version of Mad World with
I've heard her do it.
but this is with Candido Abeda on saxophone. Yeah,
I'm stoked.
it's something else. Yeah, it's
Where did you get the idea? What the inspiration to do this record?
Well, I about 5 years ago, I was like, I really would like to do this record, and I talked to Sassage about it, and I said, Sassage, I said, I really want to do this record, and he said, well, I don't do that, and
That sounds very Mike Sassage.
and it was probably really, really good words of advice, because a lot of it's been like herding kittens. Working with Michelle and Megan Blue is just most of it has turned out to be just a godsend. Working with
well, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, working with the level of musicians I'm playing with, and I'm like so humbled, one, to still have a music career, two, I've made money in a music career. And
Wow.
people don't make money in music careers.
I never do.
And all the people that are on the record, it's just like one after another. J Rad Cooley. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So Sassage and I, after, God, should I say this? Should I tell people this?
Yes.
How many
yes.
listeners do you have?
There's like 5.
Okay. On that case, I was just diagnosed with liver cancer, and I had my first chemo treatment yesterday, and so
I'm sorry, man.
yeah, God's a twisted son of a bitch. It's like, here you go. This is the really coolest project you've ever done, and you have liver cancer. So
Yeah.
that's the way it works. So anyway, I'm blessed, and if I die tomorrow, then everything's fine and everything's good. And
But you're not.
No, I'm not, and I'll keep keeping on.
Nothing can take you
But I
down.
really, really want Michelle to hear this version of. It was so funny. Can I tell this story? So Michelle stops me at the garage, and the garage is kind of our local hang, and Michelle comes up to me at the back little tiki hut, and she says, "Jimbo, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have gotten back to you like months ago, and I so apologize. I'm sorry I haven't called you back." And so one thing leads to another, and we're talking, and I said, "Well, here's what I was thinking. You could either do Fleetwood Mac, or you could do Tom Petty, because when I think of Michelle Moonshine doing a cover, that's what I think
That's
of."
okay.
And Michelle responds with, "Jim Bone, I can rock too." I'm like, "Oh, I know you can." She's like, I'm not just a singer, the folk, singer songwriter. It's like, I can rock, and I'm really excited to hear the latest. We were in the studio till late last night, and I really want Michelle to hear this version of The Chain. Can we do that, Jed?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you have it queued
let's
up.
play it up. Let's cue it up. So we'll take another break, and we'll play this song, and then a couple other songs afterwards, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about it.
Yes, we will. Let me see if I know how to work this.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Running in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break, never. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain. Listen to the wind blow, down comes the night. Running in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. Break the silence, damn the dark, damn the light. days in my memory I never can forget. All the things you said to me, but oh how I regret the time I never took to tell you how I feel. But now everything's over and it never will be real. And I dried my eyes after the tears that I cried. 'Cause after all the years, it's you I've kept inside. Now we'll never know the way that it could be. 'Cause the way that I see you isn't the way that you saw me. I wish you'd leave my memory so that I could forget. For in my mind you left for me a shady silhouette. Now I think it's only time for me to move on, to get you untangled from my mind so I can see the dawn. And I dried my eyes after the tears that I cried. 'Cause after all the years that you have kept inside, now we'll never know the way that it could be. 'Cause the way that I see you isn't the way that you saw me.
I want to hear everybody say Irie. Say Irie. I am gonna pretend that you're my baby, even though I know you'll never be mine. I like to get lost in a fantasy. And if I had it my way, I'd be there all the time. I don't wanna have to wake up and face the reality. And baby, it's so plain to see. You're just my little fantasy. You're my fantasy girl, and I can love you in my made-up world. I'm just gonna dream about you, and then I will never be without you. Yeah, me dream about you, mama. Halfway dream, not about you, mama. We try to holler and get your attention, but little baby girl never look in my direction. What will I do to get over you, right? Me love her though, me want to see. Little baby doll always passing me by. Never really give a chance to love I and I. What will I do to get over you, baby girl? You are the girl that I am dreaming about. Ever since I laid my eyes on you, I dream that you and I are fooling around. But when I wake up, my bed I shall never be apart, as I would say. You know I love that baby doll ever since the start, as I would tell it to ya. Rascally. Rascally. I don't wanna have to wake up and face the reality. My baby, it's so plain to see. You're just my nasty fantasy. You're my fantasy girl, and I can love you in my made-up world. I'm just gonna dream about you, and then I will never be without you. Yes, you.
I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long, feeling kind of fuzzy as I sing this song. Look at the clock, but the time's long gone. I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long. Well, I danced with the ghost of your sister. She whispered in my ear sweetly. She led me by the hand, she walked me in the woods. She did it all so discreetly. I'm on her eyes, all the shadows from the trees created quite a scene. It was the best damn loving I ever had, if you know what I mean. Well, I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long, feeling kind of fuzzy as I sing this song. I look at the clock, but the time's long gone. I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long. He wore a shark skin suit, he had a goatee, and man, he looked really sharp. He sold us out on the west side to rich folks who thought it was really cool and dark. Came to me, man, he said, you know where I can find anything worth living for. I said, go ahead and beat it, pal, right behind you there's the door. Well, I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long, feeling kind of fuzzy as I sing this song. I look at the clock, but the time's long gone. I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long. she walked me in the woods, she did it all so discreetly. A moon in her eyes, all the shadows from the trees created quite a scene. It was the best damn loving I ever had, if you know what I mean. Well, I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long, feeling kind of fuzzy as I sing this song. Look at the clock, for the time's long gone. I've been killing time with matchsticks all day long.
And we're back.
Yes, we topped that off with The Chain from
Yes.
that's a sneak preview. I think we got to be the first people to hear that besides the people in the studio as it was being mixed.
Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The very, very first. In fact, that was Michelle think. So that's the first time Michelle heard
Sounds
it.
great.
Yeah.
think-
That's the
I
first
mean-
time you heard it?
Yeah.
Nice.
The recording. Yeah.
That's very
They all
awesome.
did such a great job, and
That was an amazing version.
yeah,
Wow.
everybody did their job.
Yeah, it was. So who all was playing on that one?
Jimmy Thompson on drums that Michelle was talking about. Jimmy's collection. You would appreciate this of DW drums.
He has a collection of
He has an
DWs.
entire wall, and it's shelving, and don't anybody look up his address. Anyways, he's got quite the collection of snare drums. It's
Oh,
insane.
He has a snare drum for whatever sound.
for
you
every
want.
occasion.
For every occasion, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is my
it's-
nightcap snare drum.
Is he married with kids?
He is not, which helps.
That's
probably.
that. I was
There
gonna
you
say.
go.
There's no way you could have that kind of a collection and be married with kids. No,
Yep.
that's very awesome. And who else? So who else was on it?
So Jimmy Thompson on drums, Connor Garvey on guitar. He's from Massachusetts, but did some time in North Carolina, obviously. Who else? Will Robinson on bass, who I think may be my favorite bass player on the planet.
Wow.
And one of the nicest, sweetest guys. And then my surrogate daughter, Juliette Camille, who is just fantastic. I can't say enough things about it. It's really weird being best friends with a 24-year-old. But that woman has my back through everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who's on
And,
keys?
and she
Dave
was playing the fiddle, right?
Bowen.
She was playing fiddle. Dave Bowen on the keys. And Megan.
And Megan.
Yeah.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, Megan Blue and
Now I
Did some
see.
vocals.
I know why you bring Michelle to every radio thing you do. It's awesome.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
We got a new thing. Cool, awesome.
So make
This is
sure
our
you
first one. But
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a tradition. You should. I think it works. You're like me and Jed. We can't.
Yeah, trying to do things by ourselves doesn't work out very well. So that you'll be playing that song on April 11th down
April
at the
11th.
stateroom.
yeah.
So there's
Is it
still,
sold out
still-
yet?
Is it sold out yet? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I think it's getting pretty close. And I was just telling Ryan out front that Jim Bone of the Dig is going to open up for ourselves, and so we're going to play a bunch of our originals, and actually got a really cool cover tune that everybody should get there early to see this cover tune because it's
You're not going to tell us what it is, are you?
Don't
Well,
do it. Don't do it.
yeah, I'm not gonna see why. See, yeah,
See?
see why
Yeah,
I
don't
take
do
your-
it.
no,
It's like
no,
ghosts just
no.
came in here.
And yeah, come to the show. It's on April 11th. Doors open at 7. Music starts at 8.
Where can people find tickets?
AXS.com, and they can of course go to the Stateroom Presents thing and get them through there. And that about covers it. right?
Or be the fifth caller. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
We're
don't do
giving
that.
away free tickets to ourselves.
So, so yeah, and so the first set we're gonna do by the band because it's got to be a Jim Bone and the Dig show, and the second set is Jim Bone and the Dig and the most talented people in Salt Lake City. Along with, I feel really uncomfortable calling it Jim Bone and the Dig because
Presents.
You deserve it. You earned it.
presents. There you go. Presents. That works. That works. It's like the old guy that like
Presents all of these as people.
never was nothing.
Well, bullshit.
And now he's started a new band with everybody, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to play it live. That one of the cool things about doing a project with all these guys. One, I've never gotten a chance to do a project with Michelle, and it's just been an absolute joy. And with Megan, and just with everyone, and I'm excited about it. I'm
We all
excited.
are.
Excited about playing live. God, who else? J. Rad Cooley's on it. I'm just it's going to be a show. Buy tickets now. I mean, go
It
ahead.
is 21 and older, right?
Yeah, state room's
Yeah.
21 and older.
Yeah. Go to AXS.com or State Room Presents and get your tickets immediately. I can't.
Yeah, it's close to selling out. So April 11th
But
at the
we
state
got
room.
an in, right? If it sells out, right?
Totally.
I mean,
Totally.
in through
We're radio
in through
guys.
the outdoor kind of thing.
Do you have anything else queued up?
I do. So I've got one more tune that Jim sent us from the new album. So we'll listen to that one. I think this one's Lay Down Sally.
Yeah. Do you want me?
What?
Yeah. Do you want me?
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
Do you want me to give you a precursor to it?
Yes,
a little
please.
story. So I wanted first of all the man with the $1 million voice, Morgan Snow. I was like, God, what are we gonna do with Morgan Snow? I have no idea. And we decided to do Lay Down Sally, and he came in and he started speaking all of this, Nashville country speak, and Mike. It's so funny. He goes, and this is the part where we start doing diamonds, and my band's looking at it like, it was like, what the fuck's a diamond?
It's a whole note.
Like,
It's a
whole
it's a
note,
whole
you guys.
note.
Whole night. It's a whole night, you guys.
Yeah.
And then we just trade fours, which I know that because I'm from northern Arkansas, and
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
I could trade fours all day long. Anyway, Morgan's one of my favorite artists in town, and he turns. You do several projects with him. I mean, he turns everything into just
into gold,
fucking cool.
into Nashville
Yeah.
gold, into diamonds.
And he turns
The
it all
whole
into
notes.
diamonds. Yeah.
Did you pick the songs or did you have let other people pick them, or?
I did. I had ideas for people, like I was telling you about Michelle. In my head, it was either Michelle's doing a Fleetwood Mac song or a Tom Petty song, which
Yeah.
you'd agree on, right? Yeah. So I think I get it a little bit, and kind of because I'm as much of a fan of music as probably a bigger fan than I am a musician, and so I go out and I try to support everywhere, everyone everywhere.
Oh yeah,
And,
I see you out there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So yeah, I think I nailed it with Michelle, and I think I nailed it with Morgan too. So
Well, let's-
this is Morgan Snow and the Dig, and I'll figure out something to do on it.
All right, without further
Well,
ado,
yeah,
this is Lay Down Sally off of Jim Bone and the Dig's new album. coming up.
City by Dead Lake.
City by Dead
Oh wait, you have to play Juliet at the beginning of it.
What?
Juliet starts at the beginning of this. We're leaving this on the record.
There is nothing that is wrong in wanting you to stay here with me. I know you've got somewhere to go. Won't you make yourself at home and stay with me? And don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, no need to leave so soon. Well, I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Sun ain't nearly on the rise. We still got the moon and stars above. Underneath the velvet skies, love is all that matters. Won't you stay with me? And don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, no need to leave so soon. Well, I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. I long to see the morning light, color in your face so dreamily. So don't you go and say goodbye. You can lay your worries down and stay with me. And don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest in my arms. Or don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, no need to leave so soon. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Lay down, Sally, rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, no need to leave so soon. Well, I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Well, I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Well, I've been trying all night long just to talk to you.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah, she's a talent.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, so it was
And
lay
she's
down.
like, oh, I can't even stand listening to this. Me and
Yeah,
Jen
yeah.
were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was asking her if she
hard,
wanted to hear
man.
more. She's like,
That's
I don't
hard.
like hearing myself. And hey, that's fair for everyone. So we topped that off. Lay Down Sally. that
Lay
was
Down Sally.
off Jim Bone's new record, and that was Morgan Snow singing that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who else was on it? Did we already?
Well, we kind of shined. We did that Trade and Fours at the end of it, and Juliet was shining, and Connor Garvey was shining, and Michael Sasich was shining,
Like usual.
and and Dave Bowen. Yeah, we stopped playing the song, and then it was like, fuck it, let's trade fours. We're in jam.
That's
So,
awesome.
as they would have done in northern Arkansas, which is where I'm from.
Yeah, didn't you live in Germany too? Or is it-
Yeah, I lived in Germany. I moved from Arkansas to Germany and was there for 5 years. Yeah.
Really? What brought you to Germany? Like,
My dad was drafted,
oh,
and he wasn't supposed to be drafted because there weren't supposed to be more doctors drafted, and so he threatened to sue Uncle Sam, and he pretty much wrote his own ticket.
Well,
So, yeah.
that's
Good on 'em.
interesting.
Yeah,
Good on him.
Yeah,
good on Dr.
definitely,
Bone.
definitely.
And then we heard from Michelle Moonshine.
Yeah, that's
off Sad Spaghetti Westerns. That's
Yep.
what that record's called, and that was new tune in A,
Yep.
which you can find that released on anywhere you find music, right?
Yep.
Yep. So Spotify or
And you said, was that your first record?
That was my first record. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that was awesome. And you're just sitting there. Oh, I wish I would have tried different. Me and we're looking at each other like, this is fucking great.
yeah.
man."
No, I
thanks.
loved it.
I mean, yeah, my
Hopefully
first
you learn
record.
something every time. You know.
What's that?
Hopefully you learn something every time you make a record.
Exactly, and then you can
More-
get to the point where when you do that stuff, you're not like self-doubting yourself. You're just like, no, it's badass.
I'm just like, oh, you're
Just keep
supposed to have a
making
vision
records.
when you go and
I don't
have
ever learn anything.
opinions and stuff. I've been doing more therapy, so it's like, yeah, okay.
Then you
You
get
can
to the
express your
chain, you're
thoughts
like,
and things.
fuck yeah, this rules.
Well, it's great. I mean, I'm lost for words because you guys are awesome. I mean, it's like,
It's you know, I'll say again, I can't say enough. I'm so humbled to even be a part of this project, even though it's got my name in the front of it. Is playing with some really, really talented folks. Are you playing the next track?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it set
Um,
up. We can play that one.
So, on this one, J. Rad Cooley, as he was teaching me about playing blues, because I never played blues before.
it's a whole new
and-
language I've just
and,
barely tapping in.
And during COVID, Jared and I had to save him from falling off my roof a couple of times, just from too much Jameson. And
Never, no such thing.
but no such
You were
thing.
just telling me that yesterday.
So anyway, he had to teach me about playing some blues, and he would used to say things to me like, you know, so Jim Bone, you know how to swing, you know, which is kind of a drummer joke, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
Like, well, if you don't know how to swing, you probably shouldn't be doing it, right? And anyway, we got Aiden and we got Jared, and Jared shows up with this like, I don't know, like 1908, like, you know, little tiny. It's like it's the song is Walking Blues, which is, you know, it's Robert Johnson's song, and he I'm sure electricity was invented yet. They figured out some way to plug it in and play his harmonica, and so this is pretty much our jam session song.
Sweet.
And so it's pretty much the inventor of the blues, Robert Johnson.
Yeah.
And it's the Walking Blues. So.
Well, let's,
And yeah, so all of these tracks are brand new. They just barely pressed down. Those first two we listened to, they just finished that mix down last night, right? And then
Yep.
And then this
You
one,
hear it here first.
yeah, and you get to hear it for, you know, they brought it in and mixed it down just for us, it feels like. So,
Some of it we did.
And that's the only reason why I really do this. Is,
Yeah.
and so we can get like,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
just like get people's songs.
Hang out
first.
with cool people.
Hot off the press.
So hot off the press, this is Walkin' Blues, Jim Bone and the Dig off their new record. Well, remind me of the name. I keep forgetting the name of the record.
City by a Dead Lake.
City by a Dead Lake. Oh, well, that's Salt Lake City. Huh?
There you go.
801 and done.
And seriously, go out and buy tickets today.
Yes.
I don't want anybody to miss out on this. I think it's going to be the show of the year, and there's a lot of
There's a-
fabulous musicians that are going to entertain the hell out of you. And you know, if you don't like it, we'll give you your money back.
And these kind of shows, I mean, it kind of sounds like what Tony Holiday, when he was here in October, he did the kind of like all-star cast of the Salt Lake musicians. So it'll be another show like that. So
Yeah. I'm just trying to be as cool as Tony. That's all. Someday.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Walkin' Blues.
Thank
the far side of tonight, there's a distant shadow letting shed light. It stays hidden, but it ain't so hard to find. Hard to find. Hard to find. On the far side of truth, where songs are sang just for you, there's a station that comes through. Yes, it do. It come through. Yes, it do. On the far side of the time, deepest desires, quoting lines. Read the signs, they lead you back down the hill. Yes, it will. Down the hill. On the far side. On the far side. On the far side. On the far side of your reach, like an idea without a seed. It waters every weed until it flowers in spring. Summer flame, it's just that kind of thing. On the far side of your guess, cold equations are such a mess. Bling along and waste time simply to make up your mind. Make up your mind. It's time. No one's standing in your way. You better make up your mind. Make up your mind. You better make up your mind.
sacrifice, help the poor achieve their rights. That's an addiction worth being a good citizen. Nobody's listening anyway. Nobody's listening anyway. Nobody's listening anyway.
Well, that cut pretty quick. What recap, Jed? Because you have all the info in front of you. I don't.
We listened to that new Jim Bone song, "Walkin' Blues," which is going to be off the new album, which is "City by a Dead Lake," right?
City by a Dead Lake.
Which is being
Very good,
released
Jed.
on April 11th, and they're going to be doing a showdown at the Stateroom. So make sure you get your tickets. Stateroom Presents is a great resource to do that.
And you're releasing it the same day.
And
as the-
AXS.com.
And which.com?
AXS.
AXS.com. Sweet. And so we listened to that, and then we heard some Spirit Machines who will be coming up tonight. We have them as guests. So we heard their newest single, Kincaid,
Love that
and
band.
then their most popular song, Candy Shell. And then we went through to a couple Rick Gerber tunes. We heard
Wow,
one
we're
off
going for that
of
long.
Lab Coat, and we heard one off of his Lab Coat, which is his old band from the mid 2000s, like 2009, and then we heard one off his solo album that came out in 2018, and then we just did that last track was one actually Ryan and I
Yeah, he
collaborated
snuck that
on.
in.
So I snuck one of my tunes in.
Hey, I have to say this really quick. That
Yeah.
That I think that Rick Gerber is a fantastic
Oh, you
songwriter.
kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had him.
Yeah, we
on.
had him last Thursday.
Yeah, it was awesome. I missed most of the show. But
Yeah,
it was,
but he was back at night, and we did the 801 at done at night, and played a little bit more. But yeah, his we went through quite a bit of his catalog last week, and he's even a great writer too. Did you know that he writes short stories and
Yeah.
So we actually read one on the air. It was pretty
Seventh
good.
book.
yeah.
Yeah, he's on his like seventh
Yeah,
book.
it's if you want to feel dumb, hang out with Gerber.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well,
Rick will do it.
Is it true though, Jim, that you moved here for Olympic ski training? That's what brought you to Utah, or am I?
Yeah, so I skied for the U.S. ski team for 7 years when I was a kid.
Wow.
And I moved here for a year and a half and trained for the old Snowbird ski team, and then I got into a ski academy. The very, very first year of Romark Ski Academy, I was the very, very first person that they went after and recruited, and I got into Olympic Valley School out in Tahoe, and it's where everybody on the U.S. ski team would train. So I ended up taking that. Plus, I got a scholarship. So.
Well,
So
there you go.
another one of those multifaceted individuals.
Well,
So-
yeah. Plus, aren't you licensed?
I'm a licensed clinical social worker as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I don't sleep.
I would say, and you still do the wow.
Yeah.
You
Are you still skiing?
That one, I had a climbing accident a few years back, 15 years ago, and my feet, it's too painful. My goal is to get back up though.
it would hurt my feet too, and I just thinking about being
my
in-
knees.
My knees hurt just thinking about skiing.
Crunchy knees.
Just
yeah.
thinking about it.
You've
yeah.
done this before.
Did you say you had a story you wanted to tell? Oh, come on.
To see what?
You said, I have a story I want to tell right before we came on air.
Oh yeah, what we were talking about.
And then I rudely interrupted.
I remember what it was. So back in the day, you remember the word?
Oh yeah. The painted word at first, and then it just became the word.
And there's the Speedway Cafe.
Yeah.
By the way, Paul Maritzis worked out a deal with the city council where they are reopening.
That's what
the
I keep
Speedway,
hearing.
The Speedway Cafe, which is really, really cool. Something cool for the kids to do.
I'm just wondering what kind of vibe it'll have this time around. You know.
Maritza said a couple of rules. One, I don't want to work with anybody that I don't know. And two, I want to keep all the rules the same.
It's only two
So
rules.
remember, it had a little back bar where you'd bring your own,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
12 pack of PBR.
Yep, back in the day.
And people would just serve you, your PBR for tips or whatever.
That's how Kill the
Private
was
club
the
for
first.
members.
So you had invited me to come down and to do this show a few weeks ago at not sure if you actually might have just reached out onto me on
I've mentioned it
social
every time I've
medias.
seen you though too. So.
Okay, all right, so my bad. So
Oh,
both.
and social media. I hounded you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. That's fair. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm here now with the beautiful and talented Michelle Moonshine.
Yes.
Brought her along with me.
Thanks for having us.
well, thank you for coming.
So anyway, I tuned in. I'm like, I'm not really sure what they do on their radio show. So I started listening. You guys were talking about like Green Day, and you're talking about like some of your experiences.
Oh
with
yeah.
touring with
That
some
was
of
when
those
we had
people.
Doug Parkin on. Yeah.
And it was so funny because back in the day, JR and I lived on 3rd South, right across the street from the other place.
Oh yeah. The
Remember
other
when
place
it was
the
diner.
other place?
Yeah, remember it was the place and was the other place, and I think Dick and Dixie's was actually the place, I think, or something like that. Anyway, so this is back in the days where we would get shows, coming through Salt Lake because it's a big major crossroads and all that type of stuff. And there was the band. Oh God, what's the name? I'm gonna forget the name of the band. The Offspring.
Oh yeah.
And those guys used to crash out on my living room floor every time they came and played The Word.
They played here so often that I thought they were local. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But we became good friends, and still got to keep it separated, I guess.
So you probably heard my story. You got to keep your long hair braided.
No, that's a good. I get it though.
Yeah.
It's like, say no more.
Yeah, I almost lost. Well, me and do you remember Jim Kimball, Home G? He worked at Ranch Records for years.
Okay.
But yeah, he he almost got us killed. But do you Stormy Shepherd? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, Stormy.
Yeah. That was when she was managing the Offspring,
And she brokered. She brokered like the largest
the Offspring
deal ever with the Offspring until the Stones came along and said, "Oh, well, we deserve $63 million. The Offspring are getting $62 million. We're getting $63 million.
But it's just 1 million more. The Rolling Stones just. I
It's
mean,
like the Price is Right.
Yeah.
$1.
that asshole. That asshole. It's always like $1.01. Then they look over like, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I did.
Egos of musicians are whack. And if there's one thing I can say about this project, the City by Dead Lake project, is all the people that I've gotten to work with, all the egos out of it, and they're all part of it, and it's the way you and I remember the Salt Lake City music scene.
Oh
being.
yeah.
And it's
Back in the Zephyr days too.
Absolutely, which that's before I joined Little Women. That's how I got in Little Women, was hanging out in the green room, going and copping people drugs. I
Hey.
said that. I'm careful now.
I used to do drugs.
I
I still do. But I used to too. Awesome.
So, miss the Zephyr.
Oh god.
That's the Speedway.
I don't think we have a
Is
show.
is that building still empty down there?
They took it
They
down
tore
and put
it
it in
down.
a parking lot.
Finally,
Yeah, they tore it
Yeah.
down. People were taking pictures.
I mean, it was like 19 years that building was down.
Yeah.
Bangers. Those guys are assholes.
Michelle, are you working on a new record too coming out?
Yeah, so we're about to go in. I just have to text people and get a date. It's just herding cats, trying to get everybody
Yeah,
on the
I
same
know.
page.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We've been trying to do that with this show, trying to get people on here. It is hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. What was the last record? Spaghetti West.
Sad spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
which
it's
we
called.
heard a track from earlier.
And that was the last.
Yep.
Yeah, it was your last one. What?
Yep.
2023
years ago?
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it said.
23. Yeah.
23.
Man, the talent we get on here. Wow.
We're lucky.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
It's.
Yeah, Michelle, thank you so much for being. I mean, seriously humbled and graced with your presence.
Well, you're so sweet.
And it's been working with you and Megan was just, I mean, just unbelievable. And the fun gets to keep going. April 11th.
April 11th.
Yep.
April 11th.
You
So make
need to
sure
be
you
there.
get your tickets. State Represents or the other website,
AXS.
AXS.com.
Every time I think in excess.
Yeah, I know. That's what I kept doing too. And then I got that song, like, "What If God Was One of Us" or whatever their tune was.
I think
What?
NXS is like,
Just-
yeah. Well, there's a lot of songs, but
Well, which one? I mean,
it's probably
fr-
stuff that like my parents had
on,
sex
black
to.
moon.
I'll play it on the way home. It was like, "What if God was one of us?" I don't know why it came into my head.
yeah, I don't think NXS does that.
No.
Maybe it's not them. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Tonight. There you go.
Yeah, I had to play. I played a gig up in Park City. and
Sounds
I
like
had-
we'll
I
have
had
to do some
two
investigation.
NXS songs. And it was yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've thought about NXS since like 1997 until we just started
They're
saying
a great
this.
band. Really?
God, they were a great band.
Yeah, I'm
they were a great
not gonna lie.
Well, if they become Utah locals, then maybe we can have them on the show. No.
Hell, maybe we get
one
them
of
on
them.
Go back in time and
One of them, is not around anymore. The singer of NXS.
Yeah.
oh well, then I
The
guess
one that counts.
Yeah,
I guess
Michael
then-
Hutchins. Yeah,
we will never have them on the show unless we figure out a way to time travel or something.
Hutchins.
You,
Hutchins.
you can have the saxophone
That's such a
player
Utah
on,
thing
though.
for me.
He was
Hutchinson.
the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jorgensen.
Albert Hutchinson.
Jorgensen. Yeah,
Jorgensen.
whatever.
Well, so should we play a little more music? Our guests were gonna head out. And
Yeah,
then we'll,
yeah,
We'll
I-
finish up the show with just our
What,
bearded mugs.
Yeah, what do you got queued up there?
What do I have queued up? Let's see. I've got a Lab Coat song queued up. That's
Why don't
what's
we-
ready to play. So
Well, why don't we-
Was that the Rick Gerber lab coats?
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Rick
See,
Gerber.
now you're gonna
project.
just
Oh, my
stick
too.
around.
I loved Lab Coat.
Yeah.
That's still to this day. I've seen a lot of concerts in my life, and that is still one of the
Aren't-
top ones I've seen is Lab Coat at Desert Rocks.
They're talking reunion, aren't they? Or
No, they're kind of talking a little bit about it, but Rick's doing the Bad Feather reunion, which they
okay.
actually just dropped the date for. They're also going to be at the State Room on May the 16th with Spirit Machines, and that'll be a really good show. So that's Bad Feather reunion.
folks, there's lots and lots of good music out there. I mean, this town is insane.
By the way, I'm putting it out there too. No one invites me to that stuff anymore. So I wonder if it's because of my past behavior. Probably.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm putting out there. I'm open to doing Desert Rocks and all the things. So.
And his past behaviors in his past.
Let's bring it all back.
It is in my past. I don't drink anymore.
I know. I noticed. You told me that the last time. I think I tried to get you to drink. I'm like, come on, man, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, he tries to get me all the time, and I'm like, I can't, my liver, man.
Not falling for
I'm like,
that
oh, don't make me
one,
drink this
Ryan."
bottle of Jameson myself.
I love Jameson.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Michelle knows that though.
I do.
I do. Well, and as usual, like once you're a guest here, the door is always open. Just
Thank you.
stop by
Come back.
whenever.
Come
You
hang
know,
out at the top of
yeah.
Wells Fargo building.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the running joke. So anyway,
Hey,
this
no,
is
it's not a running joke. We are broadcasting live from the top
top.
of Wells Fargo.
Sometimes the basement. Just depends on the day.
Please,
Yeah.
please keep what you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and support local music, everybody out
Yeah,
there.
and so this one's an oldie but goodie.
And you
It's,
can do it on April 11th.
April
Cool.
11th, you'll see me and Jed there. You'll see Jim Bone on stage. And
Yeah, you don't see me
Michelle-
out very much. I'm kind of like
Michelle Moonshine. It's going to be a kick-ass show. It's probably, I would say, the show of the year.
the century,
And if not, I mean,
the decade.
And that's what I was gonna, how are you going to top this? I mean,
I don't know.
you know, and like, I don't care about that.
I'll have Michelle guide
We'll cross
me.
that bridge when we get there. Or Sarah DeGraw will have another idea, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
We'll just talk to Sarah.
Did this
Sarah,
kinda-
Sarah, our guru, will lead us. She'll
Yeah.
lead us. She'll lead us to the
What
way.
she says goes. You know, did this kind of inspire, like, get other people to, like, okay, and get them going? like-
Absolutely. She did. She and I did with Sassage. We did the Battle of Evermore.
oh man.
I
Oh
know.
yeah, I was there when you were doing that. That was
So that's
a good
on
one.
that's
yeah.
on the record.
Yeah.
What others? Just give us a hint of what other songs that you can. That you dare.
The Chain, which you
Yeah,
heard,
which is awesome.
the
Katya did Crazy on You.
Katya did Crazy on. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Megan Blue and I did. The Stevie Winwood, Chaka Khan, Higher Love.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe we
You're
pulled it off.
shitting me.
We pulled it off.
Yeah. But what possessed you to even? Like,
To try to pull it off.
yeah. And of all songs, you're
Dave Bowen. That song I thought not in a million years, and we actually pulled it
I
off.
really want to hear that right now.
Thank You by Zeppelin.
Oh, really?
But it's as if Leonard Skinner was doing it.
How does that work?
Well, you'll have to buy the record.
You have
Alright,
to
all
buy
right.
the record. He gave us the 3 previews, and then now that's how they get you. They get you 3
Yeah.
free, and then you got to buy more.
Were there any songs that didn't make the cut? You're just like, we were gonna do "Beat It," but
There could be songs that Vito would be good.
that would be a good one.
There could have been songs that did make the cut, but they were all so good that they're all making the cut.
That's awesome. Great answer.
Thank
well,
you.
again,
Thanks for
thank you
having
for
us.
stopping by.
Thanks for
I know you
having
guys
us.
are busy. You're off to the next radio
Yep.
spot, right?
Yeah, which
We are.
you're doing another radio
That
spot
one
on
happens to be on
KRCL
top of the
on the
Wells Fargo
6th.
building.
Sunday at noon.
Sunday at noon, so that you can catch them again on the radio on KRCL, the actual real radio that's FCC regulated.
Hey.
On the
Laurie
I
Rose?
prefer
6th.
my
So, yeah,
radio
get-
unregulated.
Get all your shits, fucks, and whatever out.
Yeah,
say 'em now.
Yeah, say it now.
Say all your swears now.
Ah, shit, fuck.
Shit, fuck, damn hell.
I always blame that stuff on my Tourette's, but that's okay.
Oh yeah. I think I've dropped a couple f-bombs on Carousel
I
before.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, KPCW too up in Park City.
Oh yeah.
Like the first time I was on, I did that.
Yeah.
I was like 18 years old, and Ron was like,
Don't say that.
$50,000.
What's the problem?
Whoops.
We're getting fined.
Do they still do that Park City TV thing?
I don't
No.
know.
Really?
No, because Terry Burden was involved with that, and then that all stopped. And I don't know when they stopped doing that. That seems like that was like 2016 or 17 or something. They
Yeah.
stopped doing Park
I know,
City
I know.
TV.
I did a couple. Of those.
Yeah, they had a good little thing going there for a number of years.
Yeah, it was kind of cheesy, but it was good.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's kind of like this
That's-
show, right?
yeah.
Kind of cheesy, but still good.
No, I wouldn't say
It's
it's
like
good.
nachos.
I'd say cheesy. I don't know about the good part.
It's nacho cheese. Well, with that, we'll let our guests get out, and we'll kick back to some music. So this, we got Lamp Commander from Lab Coat, oldie but goodie, and then me and Mills will be back to finish up the show in a few minutes.
And we sure love you guys. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having us. Anytime.
Oh, please. All right.
Outside the room, 1,000 back rooms, although I don't remember which one it is. And so
This Thursday night on 801 and Done, we've got a band that's been bending ears and blowing minds.
Yeah, they mashed up Cashmere and Sober into Zober, and even Tool gave them props. You know who we're talking about. Spirit Machines.
Salt Lake's own hard rock heavy hitters are rolling in with a new lineup, new tunes, and new signature fire.
You've heard Candy Shell and Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, and now hear what's coming next.
We're talking with Dave Crespo and Pepper Rose about what's fueling this next chapter.
And maybe even getting a sneak peek at what's on the way.
That's this Thursday night on 801 and Done, only on Utah Music Radio.
801 and Done.
Radio voice time. You know, the world we live in has become very divided. It can be difficult to find common ground.
I've got friends who almost fought over whether Bigfoot should hold public office, like legally.
No matter what your point of view is, I think we can all agree. Tattoos are cool.
There's just something about it. The sting, the story, the satisfaction.
And when you're getting tattooed at This Is the Place Tattoo, you ain't got time to be divided.
We may not solve all the problems in the world, but we can all agree. It's better when you stop hurting me.
At This Is the Place Tattoo, where they specialize in pain-free tattoos.
It still hurts, but we don't charge for the pain. 385-379-3098. Call and book something today.
take flight into the dark black night, dangling from the treetops. I can feel the warm wind blow. They cut me loose now and get my feet back on the ground. Bury me in the sand on the beach where it never snows. You strike the match, light the fuse. Flame is burning blue, make the fire big and have to warm my soul. As snowflakes fall, forming a puzzle in my vision. I try not to stall in accomplishing my mission. In all these distractions, leave me one thing and wishing. I hope you can tell by now that I'd rather be vision. Take flight into the dark black night, dangling from the treetops. I can feel the warm wind blow. They cut me loose now and get my feet back on the ground, bury me in the sand on the beach where it never snows. Strike a match and light a fuse. Flame is burning blue, make the fire big and hot to warm my soul. There's no place fall, forming a puzzle in my vision. I try not to stall in accomplishing my mission. In all these distractions, leave me wanting and wishing. I hope you can tell by now that I'd rather be vision.
You are listening to 801 and Done on Utah Music Radio with your host Mills and his buddy Jed. Is it me, or did it just get short and hairy in here?
Said it, and then forget it. Broken nose in the mirror, but just get on with it. That redhead, she's cybernetic. Keep your enemies near, or you'll regret it. So do what must be done. You that city sycophant. Could be street kids on the run from the NCAA.
Oh, Jed's crawling out from under the desk.
Yeah,
Taking
whoa,
a nap.
whoa. I was sleeping under there, like
Yeah.
that Seinfeld episode when George Costanza.
I noticed where all those Snickers wrappers. Are
Yeah. Packed with peanuts down under the desk.
Hey,
that's
it satisfies.
I'm not. I'm the furthest thing from satisfying.
Yeah, I know. I work with you. But then again, I can't say much about my, same here. But hey, why don't we throw out some shows? Who's playing this weekend?
So we got Moonshine Prophets are playing at the Garage, right?
Yeah,
I saw
that's
that.
Nate and Mikey, friends of ours.
Yeah. Nate
Oh, and
Mikey.
earlier that day, by the way, Mel Soul will be playing at Quarters too. So you can catch both. Go to Quarters, play some video games, then head on over to the Garage.
And then let's see, we got the other one, Gracemaker, with Swarmer, and Nada. Man, they're hard to pronounce some of these.
Easy for you to say.
Nada Zada. And that's going to be on 4/13. That's an EP release at Kilby Court for Gracemaker. I know that the Pepper Rose is playing with Talia Keys coming up. Let me find the date on that.
While you're looking for that, Michael Barclay, he's playing at Melvin's Public House. That's in Heber. That's a cool place, man. My old stomping grounds. You having any luck with that, Jim?
I am. I'm just slow.
Well, and then also Big Car is playing at Cruiser's Saloon. That's this Saturday as well. A lot of shows going on this Saturday. I'm playing this Saturday. What else? Did I miss anything? Anybody? Send me a message. if I'm missing.
Send us Bad Feather and Spirit Machine. So Bad Feather's having the reunion on May 16th.
That's going to be awesome.
Definitely get your tickets for that. That one will sell out. That's going to be Spirit Machines with Bad Feather. That's going to be a great show. Those are like two of my favorite Salt Lake bands over the last decade getting together at the State Room, which is one of my favorite venues. So that should be an awesome show. Now, where the heck is that? I think it's April 16th that they're playing with Talia, but I can't find the post anymore, which is weird.
We can post it up on our page or.
Yeah, we will. I know that there's a Talia show at the State Room. Let's see, Talia Keys at the State Room. Why don't I just search for that? See, I'm usually better at finding the information really fast, so it seems like I'm almost like AI, but today's not that day.
Yeah, we're having one of those days. I need to stop going to the open jams.
Well, we need to not like April Fools everybody and
get out of our rhythm.
And get out of our rhythm and not do the shows on Tuesdays. So let's see. Okay, so Jim Bone and the Dig, April 18th. Talia Keys, that's Saturday, April 19th. And that's going to be with special guest Pepper Rose from Spirit Machines, which they'll talk some about tonight. So
yeah, just happens to be that Pepper Rose will be here later tonight.
With Dave Crespo from Spirit Machines. So that's going to be for the From the Ashes vinyl release for Talia Keys. And that's on the 19th. So make sure you get your tickets for that one.
Dang it, I'm playing that night too.
Talia Keys always does a burner at
she's Talia Keys, man. She I don't think she plays a show that she doesn't kick ass.
Nuh-uh. My favorite one I saw of her is I was on a trip to Orlando with my family. And we were looking for something to do one night, and I'm like, "Look, maybe there's."
And you ran across,
and it was like Talia Keys is playing in Orlando that night, and we were like, "Oh, well, I'm hauling up my whole family, and we're going to see Talia."
Did you end up chatting with her? Or
oh yeah. I mean, Talia's been, she's been a friend of mine for a number of years, and I recorded her first EP in my garage.
Yeah, I've heard it, and it's impressive.
Yeah,
I still don't believe you did it.
I did it.
I'm just kidding.
It's wild.
You and I record all the time,
we record all the time, and he's always like, "Jed, this sucks. Like, I got to get Sasich in here."
No, I have a Jed budget, not a Sasich budget.
Yeah, I've got Jed budget.
Next Thursday, also on 801 and Done, the Day show. Terrence Hanson's coming by, and I'm pretty excited about that. If you don't know who Terrence Hanson is,
You're gonna find out.
Yeah, he plays that crazy double neck guitar.
So
dude-
he's like the Jimmy Page after Jimmy Page thing. Like,
No,
'cause not many people do that.
It's a different kind of like it's.
Oh, it's a different double neck.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's
But
not
I'm
like a
drummer.
6-string,
I-
12 string.
I,
like
I
he
don't
does.
get a regular guitar. I don't
Yeah,
get,
yeah.
Those don't make sense to me either.
Hey, I
but
heard you playing one the other day. Sounded pretty good.
I know 3 chords.
Yeah.
I know 3 chords. The Nirvana song. I
Get
know.
him up to 7, and you're there. Then
You
we'll be
only
hearing.
need 3.
Then we'll be hearing Ryan Mills, singer songwriter.
Do you know the very first band I was ever in? I played guitar and sang.
Really?
Yep, it was awful. But yeah.
We gotta find some of those deep tracks.
They're probably on a cassette tape, and probably at.
Well, hey, we're all
Jessica Jacobs. She probably might.
we're all set up for vinyl now in here now. So
Yeah.
so that's the other thing too. If you come on our show and you have a vinyl and you're a musician, bring your vinyl and we'll play it live on the air.
Yeah, you hear that, Terrence? When you come in.
Bring some local vinyl.
But yeah, and Terrence Hanson, man, I see him on social media, and it's like, oh, I'm in Ireland right now. The dude's a worker, and I'm excited to have
Sounds
him.
like a traveler.
And yeah. And a lot of these guys I'm inviting on because I'm hoping I can get the drum gig, you know.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
I
get
wanna-
a
I wanna go to
he's
Ireland.
been trying to like
Everybody that comes in, I
find a
think-
ticket to
Yeah.
Ireland because he wants to have like a Titanic moment where he's like on the
Which moment?
the
Like,
one
paint
where
me,
where,
paint me
where
like you do your French girls.
No, I was thinking the one where you miss out on the door.
On the door.
Yeah, there's not enough room, so you sink to the bottom.
Oh
of the
yeah, That's the story of my life. Story of my life. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. Tonight's going to be exciting too, and Leanna will be joining us, and she'll be she will be touching on the activism through art and music, which is
Yeah, which Spirit Machines and Pepper and Dave will be a good seg too.
It's right up
they
their
you
alley.
will see them at all the protests and all of the little events, and so they're big participators and supporters of activism and local
if
local
I
politics.
remember, I think Leanna's at a rally right now.
Is that the one where she was like speaking? I thought that was this Saturday.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, so Saturday she's actually going to be giving a speech, so I guess we should go and like
we should ask her to try it out here.
give your speech on the air.
Yeah.
Right now.
Then
Put her on the spot.
Then I'll slip her a card and I'll play drums.
No
for her, too.
teleprompter. Let's see if you're better than the pros.
You think she's going to be using a teleprompter this Saturday?
Well, whether people use teleprompters or not, if you're ever giving a speech, you have your notes in front of you. So it was always funny to me that there was like a controversy that people use a teleprompter to like give speeches. It's like everyone who's ever given a speech has notes, and that's just a better place to put them.
It's like the equivalent like nowadays. Everybody's like so anti-tablet or iPad on stage. It's like, come on, man. Everybody does it.
Everybody does it.
I think Maynard from Tool was recently, somebody got a photo of his iPad or whatever it was on stage, and he was watching a soccer game.
Yeah, why not? And what's funny is everyone just assumes, oh, that's what's running the auto tune, and that's why these guys sound good. But it's like it's not as much as you.
Honestly, how could you remember the lyrics to that many songs? But I mean,
it's hard. I have plenty of my own lyrics, and I forget them all the time. So
I have a teleprompter for drum beats. It tells me. No.
If you want a better show, let people have notes. Just like how everybody hated school because like you have to memorize everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, memorizing
that's
stuff's
all school is.
That's
It's
all
memorizing shit.
memorizing everything. And a lot of musicians are degenerates who didn't really do well in school, so they didn't get good at the memorizing things.
I feel attacked.
So we need some notes.
Yeah.
Notes make for a better show.
You know me. It's part of my OCD. What was that?
I don't know. Somebody
coming up the elevator?
It sounds like security's here.
All right. Where's Wells Fargo security?
We got like 15 minutes left, and they're like, "Hey, we got to make sure
was
these guys
was
get
that
out."
our 15-minute mark?
Yeah, that was our 15. Yeah, it was right on the button, so it binged right at 1:45. Maybe I had an appointment at 1:45 that I'm missing.
That was probably a court date.
I've been having a lot of those recently.
I've gone no, I had one this year too. Actually.
Yeah, I've gone most of my life with no court dates, and then all of a sudden we get to dance with the devil, I guess, because the government's the devil.
No, you get to
according
dance with Lady Justice.
Lady Justice. No, justice is not being served at all. I've been deposed falsely. No.
Yeah, everybody in jail is innocent. You know that. But,
Well, they're presumed innocent
you
until
ask them.
proven guilty in a court of law by a jury of their peers. I think we need to get back to that.
yeah. No.
Instead of guilty, instead of proven innocent. That's how most things operate today. Is like there's a rumor. I was just reading about that this morning about this young woman in Mississippi who a rumor just started about how her dad was sleeping with her and her boyfriend was okay with it, and it basically like decimated her life. So it's like rumors can really, especially in this age of communication, rumors when they're not true can really ruin people's lives and end them up in the halls of justice when they are completely innocent, you know?
Yeah. There's tons of rumors out there about me, and I'll tell you what, they're all true.
Well, I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they said, well, despite what people are saying about the rumors about you, and I was like, oh, well, what are these rumors about me? Like,
Oh, I've heard some doozies about myself. Yeah,
I'm just a ginger that likes to make art. That's it. So whatever the rumors say, that's about all I like to do.
I'm just an idiot that forgets everything I do. So somebody says a rumor, I'm like, yeah, it could have been me.
He probably forgot.
I
Yeah.
probably did that.
That's good. I wish I could forget, but I'm like an elephant and I never forget.
Yeah, I know.
Mills is like, oh.
Well, yeah. Well, another exciting episode of 801 and Done. You know.
Yeah, we got it done this time.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we might have had an error, but it was like the smallest
There's a
error.
couple, and then once again, but this wasn't my fault. The song got played twice. We should have a contest. If you can catch which song
Is played
Mills plays
twice?
twice,
Then we will give you a free
nothing because we're broke.
free spot
We do
on
this
the
for
show.
free, folks. We do this for you. This is out of the kindness and of our hearts.
This
and
is from the malice of my heart, but
the
you know.
it's just our love for local music and local musicians, and plus keep sending in your music.
Yeah, please do. We'll play it. Send it to me or Mills, and
You can do that, or you can go through the proper channels. But we'll take
let's
it
tell
to-
them the proper channels.
That's what I was just.
If
trying
you
to-
want it played more than beyond our show, if you send it to us, if you send it to me,
We'll get it.
we'll play it on our show. But if you want it played on the station, what's the process?
I'm looking it up right
Oh.
now. Jeez.
See, I don't even know the process. So
Well, it's MP3 form. of
make sure the
course.
metadata is filled out.
Yes, and then I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up all the info. I
Send it to
I threw
utahmusicradio@gmail.com.
yes. Hold on.
I know. I'm
I
just
can't-
trying to like
I
say
can't think
it
and,
with the
do things
small
at the
things
same
I can
time.
remember.
That's the only thing I can remember. Small things. We are. Let's see. Man, people are posting a lot of stuff on the,
Yeah. See, we have to scroll through all this stuff to find info.
which is
now.
awesome. So please
Keep on posting.
Okay, I got it. All right. It's utahmusicradio@gmail.com with the following details. Your band name, location, your name, genre, and MP3 files. If you don't know how to switch your WAV file to an MP3, ask us or send me your WAV file. I'll turn it in.
Please don't ask me. I have enough audio editing to do. But ask Mills.
Ask
Or-
me, and then I'll have Jed do it.
And then exactly, hey, that's how it goes. Hey, so I got these people. You help me out. I'm like, I can't do anymore.
You
yeah.
can and you will.
But if you're also familiar with a DAW, I use Studio One. It's really easy to just drag and drop into that program, and there's a free trial. and it's a great program. So you can drag and drop it. You can edit the metadata there. You can export it to MP3, and there's lots of free options in apps and everything out. But we do need it in MP3 format.
Yeah, if you want to play it on regular rotation, and but if you send it to me and Jed, we will try to get it on our show. I get sent a lot of stuff. And
Yeah, we do, and so it'll end up being like, oh, I'll play it if I like you.
Nah, no. If you pay us.
If you pay us.
No, I'm
well,
kidding.
if
No,
I like
no.
you, I'll play it. But if you pay us,
No,
I'll play it.
anything we get.
If you pay me, I'll like you more.
Oh yeah, we'll say nice things, and but other than that, Jed, what else we got? We got tonight's show.
So we
Everybody
got
tune in. I'm excited about that one.
Spirit Machines.
And
I'm really excited about that one. I
I'm
love
sure
these
you
guys.
are. They're your best buddies.
They're kind of,
I love them, man. They're like the coolest.
They're just laid back. They treat people well. They understand a lot. They care about the scene. They're involved, and they're professional.
Very. And the first time I met Pepper and Dave was when I was playing with Banjo Steve at the garage. We got double booked.
That was actually the first time you met me in person too,
Yeah,
and you didn't even know I was standing there talking, and you're like, "Wait, that guy."
Oh, and I was like, it had been such a long week. It was kind of a stressful long, but one of the funnest few days. But when I met you, I was in a mood.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell.
Oh, I was in a mood too, because I
Yeah.
remember I was like, I don't want to be out here. Who's this guy? Because I didn't even know who Banjo Steve was.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, are you doing sound? Let's go talk outside." And I'm like, "I'm
Yeah.
doing sound. I can't."
You're like, who is this weird guy in a bunny hat and pajamas?
Yep. And then so we started chatting, and then you were like standing there, and you're like, "Who's this guy?" And I was like,
because
"Oh,"
I'm like-
and then I recognized you because you got the big old
Yeah,
beard, and I
'cause-
was like, "Oh, I'm Jethro," and you're like, "Oh, Jethro."
It's hard to miss me. But I guess.
Hey,
yeah,
I thought I was hard to miss too, because I'm like the only ginger bearded weird leprechaun-y guy in the whole scene. But you know,
No, I didn't know that's what you look. But okay. What I was gonna say.
there's
is,
actually a wall. Mills can never see me when we're on the show. It's like we do one of those cop interrogation things.
And plus,
between
I
us.
have that. What's that disorder that you can't recognize faces?
I don't know.
can't,
Let's look it up.
But
What's the
anyway, what I was
disorder?
gonna say is Pepper and Dave, Spirit Machines, they put us on the bill. Put Banjo Steve and said, "Yeah, why don't you guys play?" And we played last, and it was one of the funnest shows I've ever played. It was a good time.
It was, and I think I even took. There's a video. So if you go find Spirit Machines on their social media, on Instagram specifically, I think there's a video that I did of their set that night. So go check it out. And the disorder where you can't recognize my face is called prosopagnosia, also known as face blindness. I've got name blindness.
Oh.
I forget names. That's why I was having trouble. Jim Bone told me like 4 times what the name of his album was, and I was like, "What's the name of that again?" But now I won't forget it.
What is it?
It's City by a Dead Lake.
There you go.
So I got it.
And again, thank you, Jim Bone and Michelle Moonshine, for stopping by. Great, it was great guest. Great having them. I'm excited. That record is beyond good.
It is those few songs, and that was the sneak preview. So they haven't played those songs anywhere else. Like literally the first 2, Lay Down Sally, and The Chain. They just finished mixing those down last night just for our show.
There was steam coming off of them.
Yeah.
When he handed it to us.
Yeah, I burned my finger.
Yeah, and it smelled like all fresh.
It did. It smelled freshly pressed.
Like
they were up late.
Like
that's what it
Jimmy
said.
John's. It smelled like Jimmy John's fresh bread.
Fresh bread. With
Free smells.
Free smells. Yeah.
God, we should let these people go.
All right.
They're gonna have to put up with us.
Well, we got to say thanks to our listeners too. Thanks for tuning in, and tune in again tonight, 7 p.m. We'll be doing 801 and Done at night with Spirit Machines and our co-host Liana.
And that's probably about it. Am I queuing up or are you queuing up?
I'm gonna queue up a couple more, and then we'll get out of here.
Anyway, we love you. Thanks for listening. 801 and Done, Utah Music Radio.